There is one unwritten rule when it comes to a Sagittarius, and breaking it is a terrible mistake. Never, ever try to take away their freedom. Have you ever made that mistake? You're about to understand precisely why it's so critical. My name is Anya Sage, and I translate the ancient wisdom of the stars into a modern, strategic guide for understanding people. And the most dangerously oversimplified sign in the entire zodiac? It's Sagittarius. Yes, we know them as the adventurer, the joyful optimist, the life of the party. But that is a surface-level reading. Beneath that carefree spirit lies a fierce, deeply analytical, and complex psychology that most people completely miss. They are full of fascinating secrets, and over the next few minutes, we are going to decode them. Together, we will uncover the 25 essential truths that reveal their most mysterious side, their unique approach to life, and what they truly, fundamentally value. Let's begin. But actually, before we unpack that first truth, I need to know who I'm talking to. So do this for me. Drop your birthday and your zodiac sign in the comments below. I'll be reading them to see just how many Sagittarians have found their way here, and, just as importantly, who among you is trying to truly understand one. It gives me a clear picture of our collective energy for this journey. All right, now that we've connected, let's start with the Sagittarius everyone thinks they know. The one who walks into a quiet room and within minutes, the air itself starts to crackle with possibility. This is the public persona of the archer, the bright, shiny, extroverted force of nature that we are all drawn to. To understand it, picture this. It's a Tuesday night. You're at a casual get-together. The conversation has hit a lull, and half the people in the room are scrolling on their phones. The vibe is flat. Then the door opens, and the Sagittarius arrives. The entire energy of the space shifts. They don't just say hello, they launch into a wild story, their eyes laughing before they even get to the punchline. This is their currency: humor, energy, and a shameless, magnetic optimism. They have a unique ability to see the potential for joy in any situation. That feeling of "it's too late" or "we can't do that," it just dissolves in their presence. They are the designated drivers of spontaneity. Suddenly, they'll lean in with a conspiratorial grin and say, "I just heard about this 24-hour bakery with legendary donuts." Or, "The meteor shower is peaking right now. We have to go." It's not a question. It's a declaration of what the new plan is. And before you can second guess it, you're in a car, windows down, on an adventure you never planned, feeling more alive than you have all week. That is the Sagittarian effect. This isn't just about being the life of the party. It's a strategic need for a life lived at full volume. They believe life is meant to be experienced, not just observed. This radiates with a particular carefree charisma in Sagittarius women. There's a lightness in their spirit, a way of moving through the world that seems unburdened, making them incredibly approachable and magnetic. They thrive on novelty and connection, and they are powerfully drawn to people who can make them laugh. Not just a polite chuckle, but a deep, genuine belly laugh. For them, humor is a sign of intelligence and a shared perspective on life's absurdity. And if you want to capture the heart of a Sagittarius, especially the men, you must be a participant, not a spectator. They need an active partner who says yes to the adventure, someone who will put on their shoes and grab their coat, not ask why. They are generous, they are jovial, and they build bonds through shared action and playful, witty banter. So there you have it, the Sagittarius we see on the surface. The optimistic adventurer, the hilarious friend, the one who always knows how to have fun. It's a completely accurate picture, but it's also dangerously incomplete. Because beneath this sun-drenched exterior lies a mind that is shockingly deep. relentlessly analytical, and absolutely allergic to the superficial. This is the great central paradox of the Sagittarius. It's the side you don't see at the party, and it's the key to understanding everything else about them. Think of it this way. On the outside, a Sagittarius is like a classic vintage camper van. It's built for freedom, covered in the dust of a dozen spontaneous road trips, and promises nothing but adventure. But if you were to look under the hood, you wouldn't find a sputtering old motor. You'd find a high-performance Formula One racing engine. While they're laughing on the outside, their mind is mapping the universe on the inside. This is their secret weapon. They are devastatingly analytical problem solvers. They can step into the middle of your most chaotic life crisis, a career meltdown, a family drama, and while you're drowning in emotion, their mind is a cold, clean spreadsheet. They see the patterns. They identify the illogical assumptions. They can diagnose the root of a complex problem with a speed that feels almost psychic. They transform chaos into clarity, not through magic, but through pure, unfiltered logic. And they can do this for everyone else, even when their own life looks like a beautiful, creative mess. But why? This isn't just about being smart. This analytical engine is fueled by a relentless philosophical curiosity. They are not content to just know what is happening. They are obsessed with understanding why. Why do systems work this way? What is the fundamental truth behind this behavior? This is precisely why they struggle so profoundly with boring conversations. Small talk is like putting cheap, dirty fuel into that high-performance engine. It sputters, it stalls. It's not arrogance. It's a genuine cognitive pain. They crave the rich data of deep, meaningful, and sometimes intense discussions. This is when you see the secret philosopher emerge. It's why when a Sagittarius leaves your life, their absence is an intellectual void. You don't just miss their laugh, you miss the sparring partner, the one who pushed your thinking, the one who forced you to defend your ideas. You miss the conversations that made you feel sharper, clearer, and more alive. And that intellectual fire you miss so dearly, it's not an accident. It is the direct output of their core operating system. The two unbreakable laws that govern every single thing a Sagittarius does and thinks. Understand these two laws, and you understand them completely. This is the code. This is the climax of their entire being. First, let's talk about the prime directive, freedom. This is not a preference. It is a biological necessity, like oxygen. A Sagittarius quite literally thrives when they are free and withers when they are confined. Their deepest, most primal fear isn't loneliness or failure. It's the loss of their autonomy. Trying to take away a Sagittarius's freedom is not just a bad idea. It is a declaration of war against their very soul. Imagine a wild horse born to run across vast plains. Now, imagine putting it in a small stable. It might be safe, it might be fed, but its spirit will break. This is a Sagittarius in a micromanaged job, in a possessive relationship, or in any situation that suffocates their ability to choose their own path. They become a ghost of themselves. This fierce independence isn't a lifestyle choice. It is a survival mechanism. It's why they instinctively resist unsolicited advice. To them, your well-meaning but unasked-for guidance can feel like someone trying to grab the reins. Many mistake this for a fear of commitment, but that's a shallow reading. It is not about avoiding connection. It is about refusing to be colonized. Their soul is a sovereign nation, and they will defend its borders with everything they have. Now, for the second law of their operating system, which is just as absolute, radical honesty. For a Sagittarius, truth isn't just the best policy. It is the only policy. They are governed by the profound belief that an uncomfortable truth is infinitely better and more respectful than a comfortable lie. They are the ones who will speak up against injustice when a room full of people stays silent. They are the ones who will point out the giant, awkward elephant in the middle of the room so that everyone can finally stop pretending it isn't there. This is where the friction happens. Some call it rudeness. Some call it a lack of social grace. To a Sagittarius, it's called integrity. They see sugarcoating and diplomatic ambiguity not as kindness, but as a form of condescending deception. They expect you to be tough enough to handle reality, because that's the standard they hold for themselves. They demand this brutal honesty in return and have a near supernatural ability to detect insincerity. A lie to a Sagittarius doesn't just feel like a betrayal, it feels like an insult to their intelligence. They don't want your flattery, they want your direct, unvarnished perspective. It's the highest form of respect you can give them. So, what happens when you combine these two absolute laws? What happens when you mix the unstoppable force of radical honesty with the immovable object of personal freedom? You get fire. You get their infamous impulsiveness. A Sagittarius acting on instinct, often without fully considering the consequences, is the natural result of this internal code. Their drive for freedom means, why wait? Their drive for honesty means, why pretend? The impulse to book a flight, to quit the job, to confess their love, to speak the truth, it's not chaos. It is their system working at maximum efficiency, bypassing the bureaucratic red tape of social expectation and self-doubt. But this is also where their dark side is born. When you challenge these core laws, when you try to cage them or punish them for their honesty, the system overloads. That brilliant, optimistic fire turns into a defensive inferno. This is when they become intense, stubborn, and profoundly challenging. A frustrated Sagittarius is a formidable opponent because you are not arguing with a person. You are arguing with their core principles. They will not back down because doing so would feel like a betrayal of their entire existence. That intensity, that stubbornness you see, is not them being difficult. It is the desperate, fiery defense of a soul fighting to remain free and true. But what happens when that fight is over? What happens when this warrior, this fiery defender of truth, finally finds a person they don't have to fight? What happens when a Sagittarius actually chooses you? Everything changes. The intensity that was once directed outward in defense of their principles now becomes a focused, brilliant beam of passionate pursuit. When a Sagittarius truly desires you, it is not a casual flirtation, it is a mission. They pursue relentlessly, not with games or manipulation, but with a magnificent, optimistic directness that can be both exhilarating and terrifying. They invest their whole being into showing you that you are the adventure they now want to embark on. And this leads to one of their most legendary traits, the unforgettable kiss. A kiss from a Sagittarius is never just a kiss. It is a conversation without words. It's a jolt of electricity that silences the world around you. A moment where their wild, adventurous spirit meets a profound, soul-deep stillness. It is the taste of unfiltered honesty and the promise of 1,000 sunrises in 1,000 different places. It's a deep emotional experience, a stamp on your soul that says, I see you, I accept you, let's go. It is the promise of adventure, whispered without a sound, leaving a permanent impression long after the moment has passed. To be worthy of that connection, you must understand their language. Especially for the Sagittarius man, directness isn't just a preference. It's a requirement. They have no time or tolerance for guessing games or passive aggression. They want a partner who can meet their honesty with equal clarity. Someone who can look them in the eye and say what they mean. They want a teammate, not a puzzle to be solved. But here is the final, most beautiful paradox of this fiery sign. After the adventures, after the passionate pursuits, after the brutally honest conversations, they have a secret, desperate need for silence. The Sagittarius woman, in particular, cherishes serenity. This isn't social withdrawal, it's a sacred ritual. They need to retreat into a space of quiet harmony to process the world, to recharge their boundless optimism, to hear their own truth again amidst the noise. It is in this quiet balance that they find the clarity and strength to be the brilliant, generous, freedom-loving souls we know. Their inner peace is the hidden fuel for their outer fire. And that, right there, is the complete picture. The inner peace is the hidden fuel for their outer fire. So what have we discovered on this journey? We started with the Sagittarius everyone thinks they know. The wild adventurer, the life of the party. But then we peeled back that layer and found the secret philosopher, the analytical mind that transforms chaos into clarity. We confronted their core operating system, that non-negotiable demand for freedom and unfiltered truth that makes them so fiercely themselves. And finally, we were allowed into their most vulnerable space, meeting the passionate lover who leaves an unforgettable mark, and the quiet soul who cherishes serenity. This isn't a personality of contradictions. It's a vibrant, breathtaking synthesis. It all distills down to their ultimate creed, the three pillars of their being: a calm spirit, a love for spontaneity, and an unyielding need for freedom. They are here to live life at its absolute fullest, and in doing so, they give the rest of us permission to do the same. If you're a Sagittarius and this journey resonated with you, or if you're lucky enough to love one, show your pride and hit that like button. Most importantly, subscribe and ring that notification bell, because you won't want to miss the next sign we put under the microscope. And let me know in the comments, which zodiac sign do you want us to uncover next?